So apparently the British public has a weakness for romantic twaddle that would make Mills and Boone blush. Who could have possibly predicted that?
Oh, come on, Alex. You say that like it's a bad thing. Sometimes people just want to feel something, you know?
Feel something? Like the crushing disappointment of wasting 12 quid on echoes before forgetting?
Welcome back to Umpire Magazine, the hot take. I'm Jamie, eternally optimistic about cinema. And this grump is Alex, who apparently thinks all romance films are crimes against humanity.
Not all romance films, just the ones that score 4 out of 10 and somehow trick 21 million pounds out of people's pockets.
Okay, but listen, what if the critics just don't get it? What if Echoes Before Forgetting is speaking to something deeper that the Follywood reviewers are missing?
Yeah, it's speaking to our collective lowering of standards. Meanwhile, The Long Way gets 9 out of 10 and makes 230,000. Quality and commerce don't share the same postcode, as our magazine so eloquently puts it.
That genuinely breaks my heart, though. The Long Way sounds amazing, and it's getting completely ignored, while people are flocking to see things that apparently make critics weep into their notepads.
Speaking of weeping, did you see Buck Thornton was found crying into explosion props at 3 a.m.? Explodo Vision stock is at $4, and the man's hugging fake dynamite.
Wait. He was trying to set his own business cards on fire for dramatic effect? That's either the most pathetic thing I've ever heard or absolutely brilliant performance art.
It's pathetic, but at least it's more entertaining than whatever the Byrne and Moneyhole were trying to achieve with their catastrophic 2 out of 10 scores.
How do you even make a film so bad that critics give it 2 out of 10, but people still pay to see it? Like, what is happening in those theaters?
Masochism. Pure masochism. The magazine literally calls the audiences masochistic moviegoers, and I've never read a more accurate description in my life.
Okay, but can we talk about next week? Because I am genuinely excited about some of these releases. Jordan Peele's Hotline Miami got 9 out of 10.
Sure. Right next to Christopher Nolan making an animated film about a seagull. Christopher Nolan. Seagulls. What is happening to cinema?
Maybe it'll be brilliant. Maybe Sammy the Seagull will be this profound meditation on flight and freedom and the nature of existence told through the eyes of a coastal bird.
Or maybe it's just Christopher Nolan having a midlife crisis. And don't get me started on Denis Villeneuve doing Planet of the Pigs, the Wingine Rebellion. Belgian farm-based chaos, apparently.
You know what? I'm here for it. I'm here for directors taking wild swings and doing completely unexpected things, even if it means Villeneuve directing pig rebellions in Belgium.
This is exactly what's wrong with film culture today. We celebrate mediocrity and defend artistic disasters just because they're different. Not everything weird is good, Jamie.
And not everything popular is bad, Alex. You sit there with your superior attitude acting like audiences are idiots for enjoying things. But maybe, just maybe, they're finding genuine joy in stories that speak to them.
Genuine joy in films that critics universally pan? Come on.
Yes, because critics aren't the final word on everything. Sometimes a film that's technically flawed or narratively messy still manages to capture something real about the human experience and connect with people on an emotional level.
The human experience of having terrible taste, maybe.
No, the human experience of wanting to feel loved and understood, and like maybe happy endings are possible even if they're not perfectly executed. Sometimes people need hope more than they need cinematic perfection.
Fine. You know what? You're right about one thing. The Blue Line is doing well and actually deserves it. 18 million for a crime thriller that doesn't insult the audience's intelligence.
Wait, did you just agree with me about something? Are you feeling okay?
Don't get used to it. I still think the public has questionable taste when they're making the Byrne profitable.
And I still think you're a pretentious film snob who can't admit that sometimes entertainment value matters more than critical approvals.
Also, can we acknowledge that this film is for sale apparently makes its commercial desperation work somehow? That's either genius or the most cynical thing ever.
It's probably both. But hey, at least it's honest about what it is, unlike some films that pretend to be art when they're really just cash grabs.
True. Speaking of cash grabs, Tom Vandenberge is apparently demanding scripts on Egyptian papyrus, and his office water cooler dispenses liquid diamonds now that YMS stock hit $107.
Your cinematic majesty is what he wants to be called. I mean, at least he's committed to the bit.
Unlike Philip Irreverente, who's made the same movie about a post office 47 times with slightly different pen colors.
Version 23 had blue pens instead of black pens. How is that even a $200 million budget?
Same way Echoes Before Forgetting makes $36 million despite being romantic twaddle. The film industry makes no sense, and we're all just along for the ride.
And what a wild ride it is. Join us next week when we'll probably be arguing about whether Sammy the Seagull is cinema or just Christopher Nolan having a laugh.
Spoiler alert, it's probably just Christopher Nolan having a laugh, but we'll suffer through it together because that's what we do here at The Hot Take.
Until next time, keep watching films, even the questionable ones. This has been Jamie and Alex, disagreeing about everything as usual.
And remember, just because 21 million people paid to see something doesn't mean it's not complete rubbish. See you next week.